Hello and welcome to beautiful Newport Beach, California. I am your host Amanda Landry and I am here at the courtyard in Fashion Island where in just moments we'll hold the opening night festivities for the Newport Beach Film Festival. The Newport Beach Film Festival is one of the city's most marquee events and I am here to give you an inside look. So stick around, you won't want to miss this. Welcome back. For someone who was born and raised in Southern California, I can honestly say without a doubt the Newport Beach Film Festival is an event that we wait all year round for. If you haven't been, this is the show for you. And if you have, well, hopefully we can shed some light onto things you may not already know. And here I have sitting with me is the CEO of the Newport Beach Film Festival, Greg Schwenk. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So what is the genesis of the Newport Beach Film Festival?
Well, it was started 17 years ago. Todd Corderero and myself sat down with a number of business and civic leaders and said that Newport Beach was the perfect setting for an international film festival. And in March of 2000, we held our first event. That was on a few screens. We had a handful of special events and activities and screened probably about 100 films.
Wow.
You fast forward to the 16th Annual Film Festival, and we will take over 15 screens, host 20 receptions and special events, and bring over 55,000 people to Newport Beach for the different activities, screenings, and seminars that we have.
That's really impressive.
Thank you.
How has the festival changed since the beginning?
Well, I think definitely we've been able to take advantages of the natural beauty and amenities that Newport Beach has to offer. So being able to showcase and spotlight our city in a way that no other event really is able to do, but also being able to work closely with the film industry itself. Given our proximity to Hollywood, the Newport Beach Film Festival brings in a very large array of business and industry insiders, film buyers, distributors, and then filmmakers, both in front of and behind the camera.
Wow, that's really neat. You can have all those people come into
Yes.
one place. So tell me a little bit about the community outreach programs that run all year round.
Sure. Well, about 5 years after we founded the festival, we started getting some inquiries about, one, making the festival a little longer, which we, as a staff member, I did not want to do. But also, how can we keep the excitement and the activities of the festival in our community throughout the year? So we founded the Orange County Film Society, and that was really to give a year-round presence to the festival throughout Orange County, but specifically here in Newport Beach. And it really has become an organization of film lovers who want to see the very best in film that's coming out before it comes out. So we've been able to screen a number of Academy-nominated and award-winning films. We've had some great Q&As with legendary performers, and it's just a really wonderful way for people to continue the festival experience throughout the year.
Very nice. And for somebody who doesn't know, how does one get involved with the community and the festival and also the Orange County Film Society?
Well, I think there's a couple of ways that people can become involved. I get stopped from time to time at the festival and people ask, excuse me, they ask, my gosh, I want to become more involved with the Newport Beach Film Festival. One, people could volunteer.
Okay.
It takes over 50,000 hours of volunteer time to produce the Newport Beach Film Festival.
Wow, that is a lot.
Oh, it's a ton of time. And it takes a number of members from our community that work throughout the year, not just during the festival, to build the different programs and projects that we have. Then I talk with people about their companies or corporations becoming involved, either as sponsors or grantors and or contributors to the festival.
Okay.
And then we also have a program that if you want to get a little bit more involved on the film selection side, we have a screening review committee, and that's made up of members of our community that have a good eye for film and are able to articulate their opinion in very concise and precise ways, and that way they would be able to rate and rank the films that are submitted to the festival prior to their acceptance or decline. So it's kind of a cool way for people to engage and interact with what we have.
Yeah, that's very neat.
And then last but not least, I always tell people, if you like the experience of the festival, if you enjoy the events and the screenings that we have, then please tell your friends.
Yeah.
Don't keep it a secret. Post on your Facebook, mention us on Twitter, take the photos that you take at the festival and place them onto Instagram, and really use social media in a way that's going to help us propel the festival to the next level. And so at the very least, I really hope people can spread the word and let everyone know about the Newport Beach Film Festival.
Okay, nice. That's very good. A little bit of social networking outreach.
You got it.
So last but not least, what can we expect from the festival in the future?
Well, I think we have a lot of great ideas and unique plans. Newport is a beautiful location, and we always want to be working with the city and working with Visit Newport Beach to show off the amazing amenities that we have. So whether it's doing more activities on the bay, it's going to be some of the programs that we have when we bring in our filmmakers and celebrities, where we might be doing more stuff in the back bay on the naturalist side. It also, from engaging the community, we're going to be looking at more outdoor screenings.
Okay.
We're actually launching our first major program with the Dunes Resort this year, and it will be retrospective screenings that are free to the public, and we plan to hopefully expand those if they are well received. And then I really think that we're going to be enhancing and expanding our business component of the festival. As I mentioned, we bring out a large array of film buyers and of different types of people from the industry. So for the future, I see us incorporating more programs on the finance side of the show business world, the distribution and different distribution platform concepts. So just lots of different ways that we can engage the public, whether it's going to be on the purely consumer side, where anyone can come out and enjoy the film festival, or on the business side, where people want to get a refresher or an update of what's happening on the festival circuit today.
All right. Thank you again, Greg, for being here with us, and we will be right back. Welcome back. I am very pleased to say that we have sitting with us the Director of Marketing and co-founder of the Newport Beach Film Festival, Todd Cortoraro.
Hi, nice to be
Hi,
here.
nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
I'm just going to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
Todd, tell us how marketing and PR are tied to the festival, and how does that benefit the community?
Well, our marketing efforts actually go out not just regionally, not just nationally, but globally. We actually have a big campaign that reaches from San Diego to Santa Barbara.
Wow.
Through the LA Times and other publications. But we also have efforts that go nationally, and that's through Esquire magazine and other PR efforts. And this year was the first time, as you know, we went to London. And in our campaign alone in London, through our friends at Visit Newport Beach and Newport Beach and Company, we were able to reach over 600 million impressions.
Wow.
So that benefits our community because it puts Newport Beach on the map, not just through our film festival, but the community at large.
Yeah.
And it brings tourism here, it brings shoppers here, people that come and dine at our restaurants, and it's great for overall tax revenue.
Yeah, it really is. How many people attend the festival each year?
You know, the festival, we're in our 16th year, and it has been growing every year steadily. This last year, we finished with over 55,000 attendees. So
Wow,
we're
that's
one
a
of
lot.
the largest entertainment events in Orange County, actually in Southern California, one of the largest film festivals. So we're really thrilled, and we keep on growing and growing every year. So who knows what the numbers will look like this year?
Nice. Double.
Could you imagine? That'd be great.
What kind of partners are associated with the festival?
Well, I mentioned a little bit earlier, you know, we work with the LA Times and Esquire magazine and some of the other local publications, and we're really thrilled with that. But this year is our first time working with BMW and the Southern California dealers, or the Orange County dealers, as well as Tito's Vodka and several others. So we're very thrilled.
Very nice.
We've got wonderful luxury brands this year, in continuing our celebration of UK cinema. We'll have Ted Baker London on board doing a special fashion presentation, and Fashion Island, of course, this beautiful setting. This is where it all happens on opening night. So yeah, we're very, very thrilled that who's partnered with us.
Good. Well, tell us about the events that are planned for every festival and what we can expect at this one.
Well, every festival, you know, we're known for our parties. I mean, obviously, as Max told you, we have some amazing films, but our parties are pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we have one going on every single night, every year of the festival. That's what people can expect.
Wow.
Our opening night celebration goes between 2,500 and 3,000 people right here in Fashion Island in this beautiful courtyard. We have over 24 area restaurants showing off their latest signature dish. Hosted bars from Stella and Tito's Vodka and Remy and some others. As well as this year, what's new is coming back after a few years, our friends over at Cirque du Soleil. So they're going to be doing a special sneak peek of one of their shows in Las Vegas, Arcana. So we're excited about that.
That's
And
exciting.
then, and then every night of the week we have something special. On Thursday is our opening on April 23rd. On the Friday after, we do our UK celebration. Saturday Spotlight, and it just goes on and on from there. One of the things I'm most excited, it's sort of new to our festival this year, is our Variety 10 cinematographers to watch yacht cruise. We did this last year sort of as a test project, and it was such a huge success. Variety's come back to do it again with us this year, and we're going to be out on the Hornblower yacht, and they'll be announcing the hottest 10 cinematographers in the business right now to keep your eye on. And so that'll be revealed here at our festival. And
impressive.
It's just such a beautiful event.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Very
Thrilled
nice.
to be a part of it.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, with the numbers growing by popularity, can anyone come to the Newport Beach Film Festival?
You know, I'm really glad you asked that question, because a lot of times people feel that the film festival is just for somebody in the industry, or you have to be in the know or somehow get credentialed to come. You know, you can just get tickets. Anybody can go. It's really easy. You can go online to newportbeachfilmfest.com. Hopefully we'll put the little
I think, it's
graphic
there.
right up here, right there. All right, and you can buy tickets. And you know, I'd recommend that people get them in advance, because a lot of times films will sell out.
Wow.
And, you know, we do have a day of ticket sales at our box office, but it's much better if they go online ahead of time to make sure that they're getting their seats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Well, now we know.
Yes.
And then also, with all the marketing campaigns that you guys are doing, tell us a little bit about the ad campaigns and who you're working with.
You know, we've actually developed quite a reputation within the film festival community as having some of the best ad campaigns, and we're absolutely thrilled to be working with our friends at RPA in Santa Monica. They do this for us pro bono. They do amazing work.
Wow.
We've had an unbelievable amount of talent come on board, from Oscar winners and amazing folks in the industry come and direct our spots. This year our campaign is called No New Art, and it's phenomenal. It's been getting a lot of critical acclaim already. And it takes place with a kind of punk rock skeet shooter shooting out some colors, and hopefully we'll be running the spot right after this so we can check it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here. I know how busy you are running around and getting everything ready.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Wonderful.
And we'll be right back.
He's my only home. Won't go back on no. He's my only home. Call me crazy, I am wild. I've been in love since I was a child, and I never forgot.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here with a very special guest, the mayor himself of Newport Beach, Ed Salich. Ed, thank you for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, so we're going to start with some questions. Mayor, what does the Newport Beach Film Festival mean to the city?
Well, it's a tremendous event to the city. It's one of our signature events that we have every year. It's an opportunity to showcase our city off to so many different people. We get to see a lot of different films, both for people that live here as well as all the guests that come into town. And it just draws so many people to our community. It just allows us to show what a wonderful, beautiful community we have.
Yeah. And how proud are you that it's happening in your city?
Well, extremely proud. I think this is either the 15th or the 16th year. I've lost track of it.
Wow.
And it's been going on for such a long time. Every year it gets better. And it just, it instills a sense of pride in our community that we're able to host such a wonderful event and see all these terrific films and see all the hard work that everyone puts into it.
Why do you think a film festival in Newport Beach is so special as opposed to having it somewhere else?
Well, when I think of film festivals, I think of the Cannes Film Festival down on the water, very Mediterranean climate.
Yeah.
So when I see Newport Beach, I'm saying it's a perfect parallel to what happens in Europe. And I think that our festival eventually can be the best in the entire United States if we keep working on it. The strides that we've made over the last years have been tremendous. Every year it gets better and better, better films, more venues, more events, greater crowds. I mean, it just gets better and better every year. So it is a special place, and I expect to see some big yachts out in the harbor here pretty soon.
Let's hope so. And how does an event like this help the city's status?
Well, first of all, we're a tourist town. We market Newport Beach all over the world. We have offices in Asia, in Europe. So having a film festival is just another event that helps add to the status of Newport Beach. To be able to attract people from all over the country to come and see not only the city of Newport Beach but visit the film festival. It just all adds to the status along with all the other things that we do. We have the Ensenada boat race that we do, and the list goes on. So it just really helps us promote our city as a tourist destination and helps us showcase the city to the entire world.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
It was a pleasure, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I am here with the Director of Feature Programming, Max Naylor. Max, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So just a couple questions for you. How many film submissions does the festival receive each year?
We technically get around 1,500. This year was a banner year for film submissions, and we managed to actually break 2,000 film submissions. So
wow.
We're a special festival in that every film that gets submitted to us gets screened at least 5 times by people who are working for the festivals. That's a ton of stuff to get through.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a little much,
Yeah.
but we somehow managed to do it.
And out of those 1,500 to 2,000, you said, right?
Yes.
How many of those actually get chosen?
Of those 2,000, and then there are also recruited films that we go after and bring those
Okay.
into the festival. Of the films that we end up looking at throughout the entire course of the year, we end up going with about over 350 films.
Okay.
Again, every year we say we're going to kind of get a hold on it and take it a little bit easier, not commit ourselves so much to so many films, and then every year we fail at that goal and we have too many good films. We have to show them
Yeah.
all, so we just keep putting them up on screens.
Trying to be fair.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It'd be great if people made less good films, but every
Yeah.
year, tons of good movies, we have to show them all.
Well, what makes a film festival special as opposed to just watching a movie in a theater or sitting at your house?
Sure, it's a question that I get asked every year, and
Okay.
one of the things that we say that we really appreciate about our filmmakers participating with the festival is that you get to come out, and a lot of the times the filmmakers who are there with the film represent the film, so you can stick around after a screening, watch a Q&A, learn about the behind-the-scenes stuff. There are also tons of opportunities to interact with them outside of the actual screenings themselves. They'll be walking around at the events or in the hallways of the movie theaters. And it's kind of this neat inclusive thing where you get to bring in the general audience of Orange County or LA or whoever else wants to come out and get kind of this cool behind the scenes look at filmmaking in general. So a lot of
Yeah.
people think that film festivals in general are kind of this industry secret cloak and dagger event, when in reality it's just like it's as easy as it is to go to a movie at a regular theater. You can just buy a ticket, come check it out, and then afterwards you get so much extra that normal people don't necessarily get to experience when they go out to a movie.
Yeah. Well, beside the screenings, what are some other events that people can go to while they're
Sure,
here?
absolutely. We have tons of stuff that we do. There's obviously all the screenings and the spotlights and all that stuff. We have nightly events that happen after the final screenings of the night. So
Okay.
there are, hosted bars and food preparations by top restaurants in Orange County, and the festival hosts those, which is again something pretty unique that Newport Beach does for itself.
Nice.
We have seminar series that go on during the weekends. We have everything from film editing and music and directing to, we have special seminar series this year with Variety doing a special masterclass
wow.
in cinematography, which is very cool. Last year they did an amazing job with that.
Yeah.
And then also this year we're doing a crowdfunding seminar with an organization called Seed and Spark, and that's kind of where independent filmmaking is going. So it's good that we're kind of getting our toes wet there. Yeah, there's tons of stuff to do. It's all in our programs, it's online. I mean, there's something new to do every day.
And then how do you feel about this year's screenings?
I really, really like them. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm the director of programming.
Yeah.
And the programming team, that's all we do for the last, technically we're working all year, but from October to, March, that's all we're doing is watching movies and trying to put together the best possible screenings that we can. So we have over 350 films this year from over 50 different countries. I couldn't be prouder. One more thing is that a lot of the times people think that they are getting left out of this event, or they think that it's unapproachable to them. These filmmakers are out here to promote their screening. They've worked for years in some cases in putting together a film, and now this is where they get to come and showcase it. They're excited to be out here, and they're excited to promote their film, and they're excited to meet people who want to check out independent film. Independent film has a very specific venue where it can be screened to the audience in general, and
Yes.
this is where it's going to be. So they're always happy to see you, they're happy to talk. It's a great experience.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I hear that before you leave, you do have a special treat for us.
I do. I have
correct?
special sneak previews of our opening films, which are The Water Diviner, which is Russell Crowe's directorial debut.
Awesome. Well, let's take a look.
You can find water, but you can't even find your own children.
My boys. Arthur, Henry, and Edward Connor.
All right. Put on your arm. We're not leaving your brothers behind.
They all enlisted together. And they died together. They should be buried at home, beside their mother. I'll find them, love. I'll find them and I'll bring them home to you.
Your guidebook is out of date.
I didn't come here to sightsee. I'm on my way to Gallipoli.
There's nothing there but ghosts.
You walk off your farm, you turn up in this place of horrors, and for what?
My sons were all killed in one day. I can find them.
Maybe we could help him.
You know what the chances of finding his boys are?
He is the only father who came looking.
They're right here.
We found your sons, Edward, Landry. How on God's earth did you know they'd be there?
But you haven't found Arthur yet.
If this is your son, he did not die here. He was taken prisoner.
So he's alive.
I don't know.
But you have hope.
Hope's a necessity where I come from.
It's not safe. You can't stay.
This is not your world. Go home, Mr. Connor.
It was my job to steer my boys to manhood. And I failed them.
I measure a man by how much he loves his children, not by what the world has done to them. Come on.
He's alive. I know he is.
The Water Diviner.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we cannot end this amazing show without introducing the president and CEO of Newport Beach and Company, Gary Sherwin. Gary, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Amanda. It's great to be here.
Good, good. Well, let me start off with some questions. For those who don't know, what is Newport Beach and Company and what do they do?
Well, you know, like Disneyland or Lexus or even Kellogg's Corn Flakes, they all have a great marketing team behind them. Every great brand in America today has someone out there telling the story. And that's what we're privileged to do. We take the Newport Beach brand and tell it across multiple platforms, advertising, PR, digital, the whole thing, to let people know about what a great place this is to come visit, stay, and maybe invest and start a business.
Very nice. Tell us a little bit about the destination Newport Beach.
Well, you know, the way we tell the Newport Beach story is that we tell it as a story of an aspirational lifestyle. It's more than a place, it's a way of life. And that's really what brings a lot of people here, is that they want to enjoy the good life as they imagine it to be in an idyllic way. You know, when people think of Southern California and even just California in general, they've kind of developed a mindset based on what they've heard on Beach Boys songs and on TV shows and movies and all that. And there's a certain expectation of what life in California is, particularly the good life. And that's really what we deliver better than anything else. We've got gorgeous sun, beautiful beaches, fantastic shopping, great dining, and a lifestyle that a lot of people would love to be able to enjoy every single day.
Yeah, that's very, very true. I know I enjoy it, so I'm sure they do too. How does Visit Newport Beach participate with the film festival?
Well, the film festival, the way I see it, is one of our most signature brand building events that we have. Because when you talk about an aspirational lifestyle and people coming and enjoying things, the film festival really does that. We have a phenomenal event there that brings a lot of influential filmmakers, taste makers, style makers that come to Newport Beach to enjoy the film festival. Brings a lot of folks here from the media as well. And it's just a great event to have over that whole week period where we're getting people out, not only enjoying the films, but enjoying the lifestyle. You know, we like to think of ourselves as the Cannes of the United States. You know, that's one of the most famous film festivals out there in the world. And yet I think we do it almost better than they do. We've got beautiful yachts, we've got beautiful restaurants, we've got lots of beautiful people enjoying the yachts and beautiful restaurants. So we kind of position it that way.
Yeah. Well, I hear that the partnership goes beyond local and has expanded to a global outreach. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It has. You know, one of the things I talked about with Greg Schwenk, who's the president of the film festival, are ways that we can take the film festival and the Newport Beach brand and really take it on a global scale. You know, over the last 16 years, the festival has really grown into itself and has continued to mature and really become a really iconic event, certainly here in Orange County. But we thought, you know, we've got an office promoting Newport Beach in London. A lot of people don't know that. We have international outreach in Shanghai and Beijing and in Dubai to bring people to town. We thought, you know, particularly this year, because there's a real focus on UK films. You know, you had The Imitation Game and The Theory of Everything, so there was a lot of focus on the UK. We thought, you know, maybe there's a way to partner with our UK office, so we did. And last month, Greg and myself and our team were in London. We had a special BAFTA, and BAFTAs are sort of the Oscars of the UK.
Yeah.
We had kind of kicked off that whole week with a special tribute to the Imitation Game. Keira Knightley, Benedict Cumberbatch were there. It was a phenomenal event, and we got a lot of press. The paparazzi were in force. And then we even took it a step further. In addition to the event with the film festival, we also had a Newport Beach truck. It was a glass truck that we actually drove all over London, parked on iconic locations like the London Bridge. And when you enter this truck, you literally were immersed in Newport Beach. So the floor was with sand. We had lounges, and the backdrop was Crystal Cove, so you could take a selfie. And when you took the selfie, you looked exactly like you were on Crystal Cove. I mean, people were posting on Instagram. People, I didn't know you were on holiday in the States. What happened? It was a lot of fun. People entered into a contest to win a trip out here for the film festival. So it was a way for us to help take the film festival on a bigger scale, but also take the Newport Beach story on a bigger scale, because also UK is one of our largest sources of international visitors in general anyway. So it was a great partnership, and we hope to continue it.
Yeah, that's great. That's such a fun opportunity too. That's wonderful.
It was. We had a lot of fun with it, and the celebrities were phenomenal, and also Greg and I were able to do a one-day media blitz where we were actually in a booth, and we were doing interviews literally all over the UK. So we'd sit there and they say, well, now you're going to Birmingham, or now you're going up near Edinburgh, or what have you. And we just did back-to-back interviews telling the Newport Beach story and the film festival story to the entire country. And Greg, in fact, was mentioning when he got on the plane to come home, somebody says, what is the deal with Newport Beach? I'm hearing it everywhere. What happened here? So it was a great opportunity.
That's great. Well, many of the filmmakers and visitors attend this festival from all over parts of the world, but they probably don't know about all the experiences they have access to while they're here and visiting. Can you tell us about some of those things they would be able to access, experience?
One of the things I think separates Newport Beach from many other places is that in addition to the lifestyle that we talked about, it's not just one thing here, and it's a variety of experiences. So there are people who want the glamorous, aspirational luxury experience that you would find here at Fashion Island or at Pelican Hill, but there are also places along Balboa Island where you can have your t-shirt, flip-flops, and enjoy a Balboa bar with your family, or go into an old-fashioned candy store. You could get a Duffy boat and literally go around the harbor. Even if you've never sailed a boat in your life, you can get on a Duffy boat and get a wonderful tour of the harbor, see the homes, see the yachts. It's great fun. You can also have harbor cruises where they have dinner cruises if you'd like to be able to do that. We have down by Crystal Cove again, and the Beachcomber. The Crystal Cove is such a wonderful throwback. When people are there, they feel like they've been transported back to the 1930s with the old cottages, and of course the famous Beaches House where Bette Midler filmed her movie of the 1980s is all down there. So it's a wonderful place to go see, and we just have these variety of experiences, even outdoor recreation. If you're like kayaking or stand-up paddleboarding, if you're an active person, we've got plenty of that for you as well. So depending upon the experience you want, we have a variety of things to be able to kind of keep people amused, in addition to seeing some great films.
Well, Gary, thank you so much for coming out and giving us your time.
Thank you.
And we wanted to send a special thanks to Visit Newport Beach for sponsoring our show. You can visit the link below. Again, I'm your host, Amanda Landry, and enjoy your time at this year's Newport Beach Film Festival. We'll see you soon.